Good day. You are listening to a Live Light devotional brought to you by Live Light. Day 149. Luke 18 verse 40 to 41. Then Jesus stopped and told them to bring the man to him. When he got close, Jesus asked him, "What do you want me to do for you?" He replied, "Lord, I want to see again." The more I aim to make someone else's life a bit easier each day, the more my own life feels meaningful. Divine detours. They say life is what happens while you're busy making your own plans. It's interesting how we fill our days with tasks, meetings, and clear plans and paths to our goals. And then life throws us a surprise curveball. An unexpected crisis, a phone call that derails everything, or someone who suddenly needs your help. I have to admit, I don't always appreciate it. It takes time and can really disrupt your whole routine. But when I think about Jesus' life, I see that he wasn't scared of detours. He was finely tuned in to the needs of others. In Luke 18, Jesus is on the move, likely heading somewhere specific. Suddenly, he hears a blind man shouting, "Son of David, have mercy on me." The crowd tries to hush him, but he just raises his voice even more. So what does Jesus do? He stops. The Bible tells us Jesus stood still and commanded him to be brought to him. This little detour might not have been in his plans for the day, but Jesus makes the time. He asks, "What do you want me to do for you?" That moment of pausing and reaching out to that man changed his life forever. It got me thinking about how often I overlook someone's needs because I'm too busy, too focused on my plans, and too wrapped up in my own to-do list. Then I start to realize that God's priorities are usually so different from mine. I want Him to bless my plans and help me to succeed. He wants me to be aware enough to step into His priorities for my life when He places someone in my path who needs His touch. It's in those moments that people can see God's heart of love shining through me. Once I start living guided by the Spirit, He allows me to embrace Jesus' heart, view the world through His compassionate eyes, and listen to the cries of those in distress with His ears. These are things that stone-hearted individuals simply can't grasp. Those who, driven by the demands and schemes of mammon, pushed ahead insensitively with their self-centered agendas. Jesus noticed the one that everyone else overlooked. Perhaps this is a lesson I need to embrace. Divine detours aren't just interruptions. They're actually divine invitations. They present chances to experience something with God that isn't on my schedule, but it's definitely on His. As I start to pursue God's kingdom and His will for my life, the coincidences seem to multiply, and both me and the world are left in awe of what He aims to accomplish through us. And who knows, maybe that call, that random meeting, those small delays are precisely where God intends to perform His greatest miracle through us. Only a tender heart can recognize God's detours and understand His far better path and plans. Something to ponder. Why do you think it's tough for us to handle God's detours? How can we be more aware of and responsive to the struggles of others? How are you going to notice God's presence in your detours today? Lord, help me to align my plans with your plans. Open my ears to your voice and to those around me, so I can pause where you want me to be. Amen. The more I live with an open and sensitive heart to the guidance of the Spirit, the more I will see God in miraculous ways in action. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed. Love and regards, Shalom. For more inspiration, you are more than welcome to visit our Live Light Community Facebook page as well as our Live Light Community YouTube channel. Shalom.